If you're already dealing with mental health challenges, the added pressure of Black Friday shopping can feel overwhelming. Between the financial stress, overcrowded stores, all the notifications that you're getting, it can feel like it's a lot. And it's easy to feel like you're being pulled into a million directions. And guess what? You don't have to, because if you make a choice, you don't have to feel that way. And the good news is that this chaos don't even have to take over your life. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about 3 tips that can help you avoid the overwhelm of the Black Friday sales or Black Friday shopping. And number 1 that I have is set a budget. Black Friday is so overwhelming, and I feel like it has taken over people's lives, because right now they even have stores that are opening right in the afternoon on Thanksgiving's Day. And I feel like, it's all about sales, 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 and it's taking people away from their families. So what I would say is that if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're not in a financial situation, set a budget. If there is something that you really, really, really want to buy, set a budget, and don't feel pressured to buy things that you don't want to buy. Set a budget. Let's say you say, I'm only going to be spending $200 this season, or $500 is the maximum that I can spend. Set a budget and stick to it. And when you go shopping, get a paper and a pen or an app that's going to be tracking every single thing that you're buying. Write it down as it adds up. You're going to see, that will help you be able to say, oh my goodness, I'm almost, at my budget, and go with a list. Write down exactly what you want to buy. Write down maybe the stores that you want to go. Write down maybe when you want to go. And with that, I feel like, because sometimes I feel like we get overwhelmed because we want to spend the money, first of all, that we don't have, or we don't even have the budget, or we don't even know what we want. We go to the store, we say this, we see this, and we're like, I could grab this. But if you set your budget and know exactly what you want, I feel like, that's gonna avoid the overwhelm, and it's gonna avoid you going to these stores and aimlessly going there just for the sake of going and feeling like, oh my goodness, I have to go and buy this and I have to buy that. But if you go with a budget, you'll thank me later. So try this if you haven't tried that before. And the other thing I was going to say, number 2, is avoid the chaos that if you get overwhelmed. If you're the kind of person that, if you're dealing with mental challenges and you feel like, crowds are very overwhelming, look for a time. And who said we have to find the good deals on just Black Friday? I feel like it's all marketing. If you are a person that get overwhelmed by the crowds and everything, and you don't want to deal with crowds, you can shop online. And the deals with these days, I feel like these sales, even I don't participate on Black Fridays, and I don't buy things on Black Fridays because most of the time I have tested, like I think I did this a couple years ago, and there was something that I was looking for, and that thing, I looked at it and it was the same price, but they had like slashed it and pretended that, the price, it was 100, let's say it was $50, and previously it was still $50, but this time they had said it was $200 and they said it was still $50. So, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna fall for this gimmick. So if you're the kind of person that, feels overwhelmed, you don't want to go, you have anxiety and crowds give you anxiety, so and you want to avoid, just go maybe at time that, maybe go early in the morning, or if you don't want, to go to the stores and everything, go, make sure you do your shopping online where you're not dealing with the crowds and all that kind of stuff. And because with that, it's gonna help you minimize the stress that you feel like you might be dealing with. And the other thing is, if you feel like you are overwhelmed by the holidays and you're not even in a financial how can I say this? You are not in a position to participate in this holiday gift giving and all that. Be honest with yourself. Do not go into debt or do not feel the pressure. You're already dealing with your own mental health challenges, and you don't want the added pressure of the finances to feel like, oh my goodness, I cannot be able to buy this and this and this. It's okay. It is okay to, to say, you know what? I am not participating in this because I'm not in a financial situation to be able to do it. Maybe you can find something that is so personalized that you can be able to give your loved one, or maybe sometimes quality time with our loved one is all that we need. We don't have to go by what we are sold. It's billions and $billions of marketing, we are marketed to. So if you don't feel like you're in a position to be able to buy the things that you need, I would say number 3 is consider focusing on something that is meaningful, something that is personalized. You can talk about with your family and say, this time around, we're just gonna gather and we're not even having any holiday gift exchanges or anything. We're just gonna spend time with ourselves. And that's okay. And that's enough. And it's okay to spend that quality time, because sometimes, with a business, with this day and age of our business, sometimes we don't get that quality time with our families. So setting that time apart and saying, you know what, we're going to get together, we're going to play games, Jenga, all these kind of games, Uno, have family competition games and spend quality times. Because I feel like, sometimes you buy even gifts. I've seen people that even give gifts, and maybe that's not the gift that person wanted. And here you're putting pressure on yourself to buy all these gifts, and yet the person that you are buying for, maybe they didn't even need that gift, and just be honest where you are. So those are my 3 tips that I can share with you today, that if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're a kind of person that holiday shopping overwhelms you, just take care of you and do not worry about what the society is saying. These deals, they come here around these days. You don't have to wait for a Black Friday to feel like, this is the only time of the year that I can buy something. Budget something, and maybe even start budgeting from the beginning of the year so that you can have the money to do it at the end of the year. Remember, holidays is all about connection. It's about spending time with our loved ones. So don't feel overwhelmed by the stresses that this holiday season brings us. So let me know in the comments, what are you going to be doing this holiday season or this Black Friday? Are you even participating in the Black Friday? Do you go the day after Thanksgiving to go shopping, or do you go the day off to buy stuff? Let me know in the comment. And if you're dealing with mental health challenges, let me know, what is the hardest thing as you deal with your mental health challenges? What does this Black Friday or what does the holidays do to your mental health challenges? Let's know in the comments, and let's encourage you in the comments and support you. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.